Welcome to Miss Martin Muses and a continuation of the Númenóreans. Yes, precious. We're going to be learning about how everything went wrong from the words of the author, not from those who think they can write the novel Tolkien never wrote. When last time we played, we saw that the Númenóreans were starting to get jealous of the quote unquote immortality of the elves. They went to Middle Earth. What happened next? So they came into conflict with Sauron, the lieutenant of the Prime Dark Lord who had fallen back into evil and was claiming both kingship and godship over men of Middle-earth. It was on the kingship question that Alpharazon, the 13th and mightiest king of Númenor, challenged him primarily. His armada that took haven at Umbar was so great, and the Númenorians at their height so terrible and resplendent, that Sauron's servants deserted him. So Farazan's a bit of a badass. And with his big old army and the Númenorians being so Númenorian-ish, Sauron's servants are going to desert him. And they're going to take him captive. So Sauron had recourse to guile. He submitted and was carried off to Númenor as a prisoner hostage. But he was, of course, a divine person. In the terms of this mythology, a lesser member of the race of Valar, and thus far too powerful to be controlled in this way. So he's going to be a faker. He steadily got Ar-Pharazôn's mind under his control, and in the event corrupted many of the Númenóreans, destroyed the conception of Eru, now represented as a mere figment of the Valar, or Lords of the West. They're going up against God, the all-powerful. I sense a disaster on the horizon. So this idea of God being just a mere figment of the Valar, Tolkien calls, quote, a fictitious sanction to which they appealed if anyone questioned their rulings. And the Númenóreans substituted a Satanist religion with a large temple, the worship of the dispossessed eldest of the Valar, the rebellious Dark Lord of the First Age, Melkor, or Morgoth if you're using the Elvish word. He, Sauron, finally induces Ar-Pharazôn, frightened by the approach of old age, to make the greatest of all armadas, to go up with war against the blessed realm itself and wrest it and its immortality into his own hands. As though you can just go right up to the Valar and demand that you're gonna take their, immortality? That's not how immortality works. The Valar had no real answer to this monstrous rebellion, for the children of God were not under their ultimate jurisdiction. Children of God are men. They were not allowed to destroy them, or coerce them with any divine display of the powers they held over the physical world. They appealed to God, and a catastrophic change of plan occurred. So they went right to the top. Little did Ar-Pharazôn know what he had done. At the moment that Ar-Pharazôn set foot on the forbidden shore, a rift appeared. Númenor foundered and was utterly overwhelmed. The armada was swallowed up, and the blessed realm removed forever from the circles of the physical world. Thereafter one could sail right round the world and never find it. So basically, we went from being a flat earth society to a round earth society. And when that happened, boom, that took out Ar-Pharazôn and all those dorks and the entirety of Númenor. They go full Atlantis. They're gone. And to be honest, looking at everyone in Númenor in the Rings of Power, I would welcome that. So ended Númenor Atlantis in all its glory. But in a kind of Noachian situation, the small party of the faithful in Númenor, who had refused to take part in the rebellion, though many of them had been sacrificed in the temple by the Sauronians, escaped in 9 ships under the leadership of Elendil, Elfriend, and his sons Isildur and Anarion, and established a kind of diminished memory of Númenor in exile on the coasts of Middle-earth, inheriting the hatred of Sauron, the friendship of the elves, the knowledge of the true God, and, less happily, the yearning for longevity and the habit of embalming and building of splendid tombs, their only hallows, or almost so. There's going to be a little bit of a sequel, obviously, of our friends Isildur, but those were the guys, those are the ones that go and establish a lot of what we see in Middle-earth in The Lord of the Rings. So there it is, there's the Númenóreans and their unhappy end. As always, in the comments, tell me what I got right, tell me what I got wrong, and what I may have left out. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And be certain to not attempt to force the hand of God.